right to go.
Ken, what do you think it is? Your game plan, or the players not playing to it, or do you need to try something different?
There's just a little bit of lack of, I think, a little bit of polish in parts of our game that have just disappeared. It's a bit of, you look at it and the first thing you say is a little bit of confidence that's disappeared over a period of 3 weeks now, and that's our biggest challenge. That there's some things tonight that went in the right direction. I'm not going to fluff things. It went in the right direction, but the scoreboard was a massive loss for us.
How do you stop that confidence sliding further?
There's only one way, and we said it last week. I said last week that it might take a little while to get things going and turn things around, and I'm not going to lose faith in the fact that that's what I believe. It's a little bit of just keep working at it, keep turning up. I said to the boys just now as I left them is that you need to turn up tomorrow morning and be thorough about everything you do in preparation for the next game of footy, and that's what we have to do. We can't take our eye off the detail. We have to live with the results that we're delivering, and we have to stand up and be counted, and that's what we'll try and do.
How disappointing can you remember this Kane Corns' milestone game?
Look, that's what I want to say about. It's disappointing that Kane didn't get the finish that he wanted, but I said I don't want to take away from the fact that Kane was an outstanding player for this footy club. Great record, 300 games, and he squeezed every ounce out of his body. Yes, tonight's disappointing that Kane doesn't go away a winner for the last time, but he should be pretty proud of what he's done for this footy club for a long period of time, not just for one night. He was a very solid player tonight for us.
Yeah. What went wrong?
A couple of weeks ago was 7 out of 10, and the three things kept changing. Where's that scale for you at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's certainly not improved, Rich. I've got to say it's. But I think there's still similar parts again tonight. You can mess around and say it was this, it was that, but tonight we played the game a little bit more on the way we'd like to play it in our half. Got the entries right, got front of centre turnover right. Then our skill just went horrendous. But that's what happens. You lose some reality and touch and think there's going to happen and wait for someone else to try and make it happen. And we didn't get it.
Beyond the skills, are they pushing the ball to places where you don't want it, places where they're not going to get any result?
Yeah, at times. Yeah, there's no doubt at times we're taking opportunities that we don't want to take. But again, I think that's a bit of what's going on. It's that composure, and the composure sometimes comes with more belief. And at the moment, the belief's disappeared a little bit, and we just got to keep fighting to find it and come back to it.
What's to say when you only have 3 goal kickers?
Pretty simple. We just didn't make enough of our opportunities. We had 53 entries. We had enough opportunities. Richmond defended us really well, and that's okay for Richmond to defend us really well, but we need to make more out of that as a team. We need to work together better to get a better result.
Last year, a lot of sides feared you, especially at Adelaide Oval. Do you think sides have developed a bit more confidence against you this season?
Our results say they don't have to be as feared of what we might be able to deliver to them, because we haven't been able to deliver what we have in the past. But that's gone. Right now we've got to fix what's not going on now, and we need to make sure that we work hard to turn that around and give them something to be more fearful of when we play them. There's still an element of they're playing Port Adelaide. They want to make sure that they've got a few things in order and they come after us, and we haven't been able to show that we've withstood when they've come after us as well as we need to, and that's why we're losing.
Ken, what do you know at this point of Jackson Trengove?
What do I know about it?
What's the doctor telling you?
No, I don't know. I haven't spoke to him, but clearly significant foot injury, I would thought. Foot, ankle. I haven't even actually spoke to Jackson or the doctors. But my first thought, I'm only going on what you've seen. I would suggest he's going to miss a period of time of football, which will be a little disappointing. He's had those. Jacko's not a bulletproof at all when it comes to staying on the park for whole seasons. He hasn't been able to do that. He just seems to be able to get an injury, which is unfortunate for him. But I know he'll do everything he possibly can to get back as quick as he can.
Is it the same leg as last time, or do you know? No,
I haven't spoke to him, Rich. I've got no. I suspect it's probably the ankle area that he's caused the problem like last time. But again, until I actually go and have a word to him, I don't want to speculate on anything I don't know.
Were you surprised as everyone else when Schultz missed one from 20 and one from 25?
Yep. Yeah, I am. I've got no doubt I'm surprised by it, because Jay's a fantastic shot at goal. But you sit there and you go, oh, they're out of form. That's what you sit there and you say. So they're out of form, and when you're out of form, it comes out in different ways. And as I said last time, when I talked about the 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, whatever it might be, that it's coming out in different ways each week. There's bits that we're trying to get right, and I thought this week we worked towards getting things better through the week. Now, clearly we didn't get the result we wanted.
What are you going to do in that regard at selection then, Ken, where you feel that there's some players who are not delivering what you want? How are you going to handle that?
Oh, no, we continue to make some change. That's what happens when you lose, you make some change. But we've got injuries that we have to worry about. We've got a retirement now. So as we sit right here, I say there's going to be two changes because one's going to be injured and one's going to be retired. And, and then we've got to be careful that we don't go and try and change too much of it. Because if you lose trust, everything can just disappear forever. And that's not going to happen with us. I'm not going to lose trust. And, I'll continue to change around, a couple of players like you do every week because the majority of the team will still be there and the majority of the team should be there.
When you're having quiet moments away from the place, is there something that you think, wish we'd done something different, particularly through the pre-season, or do you think this is now just the culmination of 2 demanding years upon them and it's that little hole that other clubs have gone through that as well, but critically get tested as to whether they stick to their plan or whether they panic? I'm
more worried about what happens now. How we actually react, how we go about things and what we're trying to... Because this won't be the only time, and it hasn't been already the only time, for our fans who are going home right now, 45,000 that we're here again tonight. This is not the only time we've been in a bit of a hole. My first year we won 5 in a row, we lost 5 in a row. My last year we got to whatever it was, 10-1 or something like that, and we lost it, but we fought back, and we've got great pride, this footy club, and we'll fight back. We won't give up the chase. We'll work really, really hard to turn it around. This year we'll go after it as hard as we possibly can, and that's what we'll go to do. But for all the Port people, it happens. It continues to. It will happen in football forever, and you've just got to see how hard you are and how determined you are to turn it around. And we're very determined to turn it around.
What about yourself? Do you start asking those questions of yourself? Is that part of your self-analysis?
Thoroughness says you should. If you're honest and you're thorough, you should be asking the questions. What is it for each of us are doing individually, and then collectively, what are we doing that's not getting the results that we want? But we'll all work hard. I'll work hard. The players will work hard. The coaches in the club will work hard. All the support staff will work really hard, and we won't stop working until we can get ourselves. In fact, we'll never stop working because that's what footy does. It demands that you turn up and work every week.
When you have a look at what's going wrong, talk about things that aren't 7 or 3 or whatever. Do you have an idea of how far away your sort of decent footy and good footy is? No,
I don't, Harry. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've got the crystal ball that can predict when we're going to get it right. All I know is I'll predict that we'll continue to work to get it right, and that's what Port people got to understand. We will be keeping on working to try and get it to turn around as quick as we possibly can. I hope it's next week. I don't know it's going to be next week, but I hope it's next week. I've got to, as I said, I've got a great belief in this group, and I won't lose that. I'll never lose that.
What are some of the positives you're taking away from tonight's game?
I think there was some, as I said, if you look at purely the entries, which has been our... It's funny how it comes back and haunts you, doesn't it? You go, I said we were dodging bullets after round 3. And unfortunately some of them have landed now, and they've hit us where they hurt. But tonight I thought we turned that around. I thought we showed really positive things tonight, as I said, with the entries at 53 to 43, that Richmond deserved the credit because they win the game. But if you're going to start somewhere, you've got to start in defence, and you've got to start to get those parts of your games right. And that's, hopefully we've made some tiny steps tonight that we can actually improve on again next week.
No other injuries?
No, just Jacko. And as I said, I don't know exactly what's going on there, but hopefully no others. But that's what happens too. Things seem to go from one thing to another. Good on you.
Thanks, guys.
Good night. Thanks a lot.